In football, every transfer tells a story of dreams, ambition, and millions of dollars chasing glory. But not every dream has a happy ending. Sometimes those dreams turn into the biggest regrets in football history. Welcome to Tales SP, and today we're diving deep into the top 10 biggest transfer flops ever. Deals that promised greatness, but delivered heartbreak. Let's begin with one of the most shocking examples in modern football, Alexis Sánchez. When he joined Manchester United in 2018, it was supposed to be the move of the decade. He arrived as a superstar from Arsenal, one of the best players in England, and United gave him everything: the biggest salary, the spotlight, and a grand piano welcome video. But what followed was beyond disappointing. Injuries, inconsistency, and lack of motivation turned Sánchez from hero to ghost. In 2 seasons, he scored just 5 goals. Even Manchester United fans still joke that his piano had more impact than his boots. The Sánchez signing became a harsh reminder. Money can't buy hunger. Next on the list, Philippe Coutinho. In January 2018, Barcelona broke the bank, paying Liverpool $160 million for their Brazilian magician. He was meant to replace Andres Iniesta, to be the creative heart of Camp Nou. But instead, Coutinho struggled to adapt. Injuries, pressure, and poor chemistry with Messi turned his dream move into a nightmare. The ultimate irony? In 2020, while on loan at Bayern Munich, he scored twice against Barcelona in that humiliating 8-2 defeat. The man they bought for glory ended up adding to their embarrassment. From one fallen star to another, Eden Hazard. At Chelsea, he was unstoppable, the Premier League's golden boy. When Real Madrid paid over $100 million for him in 2019, fans thought they were getting the next Galactico. But injuries had other plans. Hazard played fewer than 80 matches in 4 years. He lost form, fitness, and eventually, his confidence. For many, his time at Madrid was not a career. It was a disappearance. A sad end for one of the most gifted players of his generation. Let's move to Fernando Torres, the man who made Liverpool fans believe again. Fast, lethal, and adored by millions. When Chelsea signed him in 2011 for $50 million, it was Britain's biggest transfer fee. Expectations were sky high, but Torres couldn't handle the pressure. He lost confidence, missed open goals, and became a shadow of his former self. His infamous miss against Manchester United still haunts YouTube compilations today. He did win trophies, yes, but his spark was gone. A reminder that sometimes the jersey weighs heavier than the body. Then came Antoine Griezmann, a World Cup winner, a global superstar. When Barcelona paid $120 million to bring him from Atletico Madrid, fans imagined the perfect duo, Messi and Griezmann, unstoppable together. But football doesn't always follow scripts. Griezmann never truly fit into Barcelona's system. He looked lost, frustrated, and disconnected. After 2 unremarkable seasons, he quietly returned to Atletico, proving that not all reunions bring redemption. Now, let's talk about Romelu Lukaku. After dominating Serie A with Inter Milan, he returned to Chelsea for a record $115 million in 2021. The fans were thrilled. The hype was massive. But the reality? Painful. Lukaku struggled with form, fitness, and confidence. Then came the interview, where he admitted he was unhappy and wanted to go back to Italy. A PR disaster, followed by poor performances. Soon after, Chelsea loaned him back to Inter. Millions spent, lessons learned. Back in 2001, Lazio made a bold move for Gaizka Mendieta. Once one of Europe's most elegant midfielders, he joined for $48 million, an astronomical sum at the time. But Serie A wasn't kind. He lost form, confidence, and disappeared from the elite scene. Within 2 years, Lazio had given up. He was loaned out, quietly, painfully forgotten. A star that faded too soon. Next is Angel Di Maria. Fresh off a Champions League win with Real Madrid, he joined Manchester United in 2014 for nearly $60 million. Fans expected brilliance, but Di Maria never settled. He struggled with the Premier League's physicality. His family was unhappy in Manchester, and a burglary at his home was the final straw. 1 year later, he left for PSG. In France, he thrived again, proving sometimes failure is about fit, not talent. And who could forget Kepa Arrizabalaga, the world's most expensive goalkeeper? Chelsea paid $71 million in 2018, expecting a wall between the posts. Instead, they got inconsistency, hesitation, and one of the most infamous moments in Cup final history, when Kepa refused to be substituted. The image of him defying his coach became symbolic of chaos at the club. He improved later, but the damage was done. His price tag will forever define his story. Finally, we end with Ousmane Dembélé. Brought to Barcelona for $145 million as Neymar's replacement, his raw talent was undeniable. But injuries, late arrivals to training, and off-field distractions crippled his career. Every comeback ended with another setback. For every flash of brilliance, there were months of recovery. Barcelona spent millions chasing potential, but potential never turned into dominance. When you look at all these names, Sanchez, Coutinho, Hazard, Torres, Griezmann, Lukaku, Mendieta, Di Maria, Kepa, and Dembélé, one thing becomes clear. Football isn't played on transfer sheets. It's played in hearts, in locker rooms, in chemistry between players. Money can buy contracts, but not confidence. It can buy fame, but not form. And sometimes, the biggest transfers teach the harshest lessons. In the end, every flop is a story of pressure, a story of expectations that turned into chains. Because in football, glory is never guaranteed, no matter how big the price tag.